Mm. Oh, we did a lot on that review page. Okay. Mr. Coley's fault. All right, so
I take the blame because I want
4x squared minus 5x plus 1. X squared minus 1.
So we're gonna be together through 2 classes.
Okay. So did you say pre-calc 1?
I know what I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? So, like you said, because of this division sign, first thing we want to do is factor out each numerator and denominator. Because remember, when you talk about order of operations, division comes before subtraction in your order of operations. So we want to take care of this division first. Now, what I would do is, before I start factoring, is just to go ahead and flip it and convert it to multiplication so that there's no discrepancies in my flipping later on as far as, factoring. Because see, when you factor, now everything's dependent on the fact that you did everything properly with your signs, you wrote everything right. Right now, I can make a clean comparison. Okay, it was 4x squared minus 9, 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. There's no issues. I know for a fact that what I flip right now is the same thing that I had initially. So me personally, that's what I like to do, just to stay organized. Go ahead and change that division to multiplication, flip that fraction that follows. Once again, notice this one is not affected by that because that follows the subtraction sign, not the division sign. So now we can factor each numerator and denominator just here. We're not looking at this yet. So that first one, Mr. Kohler, do you already have your factorizations or you want me to walk through it?
I haven't factored it out. I got to go back and look at my notes. You can walk through.
All right. So in the back, we know both of them have to be 1 and they both have to be minus because of the minus sign and that plus sign right there. So let's say 2x squared. So it's probably going to be 4x and x. So negative 4x, negative 1x. Yep, give you negative 5x. Then here, x plus 1, x minus 1. This will probably be, let's see if this one works. Is that a plus? Let me see. Is that plus or minus? No, that's plus. Okay. Let's see. 2x squared. Yep. That's 2. That's 3. Yep, that works. Then down here we have 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3. So different squares down bottom. And then we have our factorization up top. Questions on either one of those? Something in my eye. So now we cancel out the quantities that are in common with the top and bottom. We see here x minus 1. Over here, x plus 1 and x plus 1. Then we have 2x plus 3. Once again, we're still just dealing with this part first. We're not looking at this back fraction yet. So now we can bring this whole thing together. On top, all we left with is 4x minus 1. On bottom, all we have is 2x minus 3. And Mr. Coley, this should be fine for you now, man. Everything cancels out, gave you common denominators and all the good stuff.
3x minus 1.
You got it.
Now, number 7, I was telling you about in the email, that's a mother.
All right. Please watch your tone, sir. Watch your language. You're on.
I just said it's a mother.
You're on YouTube. All right. So now was that number 7 in that same section or the previous section?
The one I sent you an email on.
Say again.
When I sent you the email on?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I saw the email. I didn't see it. Just said, no, let me see. Did it say what section?
It's the same section.
Okay, same section. Right, right. Yeah, all it said was number 7. Now, my number 7 probably be different numbers. Did you want to do the exact same one that you had, or just with my different numbers
The exact same one that's in homework.
in your homework?
Yes.
Because you didn't send me the picture for that one. All right, let me see what I can find out. You set me up again, sir.
I'm sorry. What I do, in the subject line, I put what section it's from. Then I
Right.
put the number.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you wanted me to do that exact one,
Yeah, that exact one.
yeah, you gotta shoot me a picture or something so I could because when I pull it up in mine, it won't give me the exact one that you had. Now, did you get it right though?
Yeah, after I looked at the sample.
Okay, okay. Now I'll just making sure I got the right one. So are you talking about the one that says 3PQ, P
Bring up
plus
the
Q?
screen because I can't see what the one you're talking about.
All right, let me see. I think this is it. So you guys can still see the notes, correct? I know I went off the page.
Oh, that's it.
All right, cool.
It's traumatic.
Man, got the thing right, still talking trash.
Because I don't know how to do it. The example.
I'm just messing with you, man. Only because I can.
Hey, you got to make it fun.
Right, right, right. So here, let's see, identify operation. Let me make sure it wasn't anything that I'm missing out before. Be sure to ask yourself, do you need a common denominator? Simplify the expression. Okay, just make sure it wasn't that extra they were asking of you. So we know because we're adding fractions, we need a common denominator. First thing I would do, we talked about this before, is look at my positioning of my letters. And if my letter positioning isn't the same as in my other denominator, go ahead and change that. So in the first one, I have p squared minus q squared. So I would switch that to negative p plus q. In other words, write my p first and my q second. Either way, either I'm going to flip this one or I'm flipping this one. One of them, I just want my letters to be in the same order. Doesn't matter which one you do. Eventually, you come with the same answer, but P comes before Q. So might as well do that the same way the letters are set up. So now, notice we have a positive P, negative Q in that first setup. In the second denominator or second set, I have a negative P, positive Q. So what I would do next to make the transition a little easier is multiply both top and bottom by -1. All right, so that's 3PQ, P squared minus Q squared. That'll be negative P, negative Q, because that negative needs to touch both terms. Same thing here. And then that'll be a positive P, negative Q. All right, questions so far?
So you can't solve that problem without using that -1.
At some point, it's gonna come up.
Gotcha.
At some point, because now either that's going to occur, or you're gonna look at this as a whole separate piece to your LCD, which will make it more complicated. You know what I mean? So what I just did was try to eliminate. Because remember, when we go to let's go to this next step, and you'll see what I mean. Because next step is to find your LCD, because you need a common denominator in order to add these fractions. And remember, your LCD is going to be a combination of each different quantity that you see, right? So we have P plus Q. Then you have P minus Q.
Which I'm going to get out of the other problem.
Right. And so that's the same thing as this one, so I don't need to write it twice. But if I left it as negative P plus Q, that's a whole different quantity, which now I have to give an account for. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you don't want that if you don't need it. If all I had to do was multiply by -1 and then multiply by top by -1, which, keeps your equivalency of your equation, then that will help me set up the least common denominator possible. So now when I look at what I have and what I do not have in my denominators, that's 3PQ. And that's P plus Q, P minus Q. There's a plus, right? I got negative P minus Q, or P minus Q. And so now what I'm gonna do is multiply top and bottom by the quantity that's missing compared to my LCD. So in my first one, I have P plus Q, P minus Q, that is the LCD. So I don't have to change that one. In my second one, I have P minus Q, so that means I need to multiply top and bottom by P
plus Q.
You got it. And so if I write all this out without any distribution,
And this is where I cancel.
do distribution and all the good stuff like that. All right, so we can go ahead and distribute here, distribute here.
And that creates another problem. So you have to distribute first before you. You have to distribute before you cancel.
Yes. Now I can combine my like terms.
Yeah.
That's negative P squared. You have negative 3PQ minus 5P, excuse me, minus PQ minus PQ. So that's minus 5PQ. Excuse me. And minus Q squared. And that'll be your answer.
Did I send you an email for another one?
Yep.
Are you going to load up the review today?
Say that again, sir.
You going to load up the review?
Oh, if you're ready for it.
I was just wondering because we already, well, I don't know if everybody already did everything in this section, but.
Yeah, I just need to go ahead and post it. So yeah, I'll try to get that up there today. If you don't see it, most definitely feel free to shoot me that reminder.
Because if I bomb in a review and I bomb redoing this again, I'm ready for the test.
Got you. So now I see one from 7-7. I think that was last week though.
What about from yesterday?
Okay, so I see that. See one from, that's from last Tuesday. You sent me 2 emails yesterday. One of them had a problem in it, the other one didn't.
I I'll be done. I think I'll be done if you just do that last problem from off that review, off that section.
Section that we were just in.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what you got going on here. All right, just want to make sure this is the one you're referring to. Is this the one right here?
Nah, I got that one. Go to 11, 10. I understand the concept. They're 9.
Are you looking at that? Or are you waiting on me or?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It just,
Okay.
I just want,
Say that again, you broke up?
yeah, there's no flipping involved there with that problem.
Nah, you would multiply each term by m.
By m.
Mm-hmm. And then you will reduce, if possible.
I'll multiply the top part by m and the bottom part by m.
Mm-hmm.
Each term.
Mm-hmm. That'll give you 2m squared minus 12, because that m will cancel.
Out.
Minus 5m. And then m minus 4.
And no reciprocal, no flipping.
Nope. The fact when you multiply each term by m, that cancels out that whole flipping thought process or flipping scenario.
Let's see, 8. I'll have to pull out the 2 of that 2w.
Mm-hmm. Down here.
Yes, and make it w minus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have like terms, and I multiply 2 times w minus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Those.
Yep.
7. I would have to factor the a and b to make it a plus b, a minus b.
Mm-hmm. And then what we're going to do here?
I have to do a -1.
Mm-hmm. To both top and bottom.
Bottom.
Mm-hmm.
6. Ooh. W squared, the highest power rule.
Mm-hmm. Let's do
W squared. So I got to multiply W squared times the top and the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Because my power rule is the variable with the coefficient with the highest exponent.
Yep. So let's go ahead and
I got a clue.
So what he was saying, for the class, your LCD in this case is that W squared. And you want to multiply each numerator by that W squared so you can get rid of these denominators.
Got you.
Mm-hmm. So that's 2W squared minus 3W squared over W over 4W squared minus 9. Oh, W squared over W squared. So W squared, there's one of the W's cancel in this first one. And then here, your W squared cancels completely.
Professor, before you move forward, what I realized doing this problem, you have to write WW so you know they cancel out.
You say you do have to?
For me, I have to write 3 WW.
Yeah, that's fine. And so for those who Don't know, W squared is W times W. That's what he's saying, that one of your W's canceling out here. That helps him to see it better. That's what you're referring to, right, sir?
Sir.
All right. And also, class, just remember this is not the Eddie Coley show. If anybody have any questions, feel free to ask him. You know, he's just taking advantage of the moment, which is what I do encourage. So make sure, you know, you have those questions. Ask them, because I want to make sure that you guys get the desired grade out of the course. I think we all want to pass. So then we have a difference of squares down bottom.
I cancel out the 2W minus 3.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I get confused.
All right. Oh, you're just saying that you didn't have a question, though.
I get confused. Like, you don't distribute that W again once you're done with it.
No, because remember the first thing that, you know, how we got from here to here is that we took the W out.
Got you.
So now if you were to put it back in, all you're doing is taking it back here.
Got you.
Yeah, so, and you know, it's funny because a lot of people, you know, think like that. They're like, so we don't distribute, they ask that same question, so don't feel bad about it. But, you know, got to remember what we're doing is, you know, we're trying to break stuff down.
And my answer would be W over 2W plus 3.
Yep.
Like, right now, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
When I get out of class, I don't see it. That's all I got, Professor. I send you an email if I need to do a Zoom.
Okay. Yeah. Radical expressions. Exponents. So we need to map out the rest of this class to see how much time we have and what we can play with as far as giving you guys, you know, time to do this stuff versus new material. Cause I know at some point we're gonna run out of time.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of this thing, how it goes.
I'll be honest with you, Professor. Mm-hmm. The rubber hit the road on 7.
So this class, we go all the way to November 18th.
That's my 8 and 9. I ain't looked at 8 and 9. It's 7 hard. I don't know what's in 8 and 9.
Well, don't forget what I mentioned though. It is possible that 8 and 9 may be easier for you than 7, just because of, you know, that's how, you know, it just depends on your thought process. You know what I mean?
Think half full, lights half empty. Got you.
Yes, sir. Got to be positive before you go negative.
Yeah. Make a positive.
So we got the 3rd and the 5th. So I know a lot of people, you know, not necessarily ready to jump into that next section, but at the same time, you don't really have a lot of room to just not do stuff.
Yeah.
So we got to make sure that we, you know, we cover ourselves accordingly. You know, if stuff happens, but, you know, at least we plan properly. Hold on.
We got 2 seconds.
Okay, my birthday on Thanksgiving. All right. 12-1. 12-1, yep.
And you say the last day of class is what, Professor?
According to SIS, is the 18th.
18th of December?
Yep. So, of course, that final week is like exam week, so we wouldn't look to do any class time during that, class lectures during that, you know.
I got a question. The final is going to be an accumulation of everything we went through?
Uh-huh. I think they got a final review up there to look at if you desire. So, yeah, we're not looking at this week. This is a final exam week. All right.
And we have to contact the testing center to take our final.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So we have 8-1 through 8-7. So we have 7 sections there. Section 6-12. Then 9-3, 9-4, 9-6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You got 11 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this week is Thanksgiving week. So we won't do anything that week. It's my birthday, y'all. It's my birthday. So yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 classes left. Well, 11 if we count, Thursday, of course. So 11 classes left. And we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sections left. So we have the flexibility not to do anything today. Anything new, I should say. But at some point, we got to go ahead and jump into chapter 8 so that even if you may not get it the first time we talk about it, at least you'll have the lectures to go back and reference. Or the next time we do talk about it, it won't be the first time we talk about it. You know what I mean? And sometimes the second go round that we discuss it, or third go round, that's when it'll click. But if we get down here and the first time you see in chapter 9 stuff is here, it may be a little, more problematic versus, seeing it the first time here and then we're talking about it for a second time here. So there's still value in going through these lectures before you really, grasp the full concept. So we can do some more review. If you have the questions today, here we'll go ahead and start chapter 8 on Thursday. So any questions on anything I've said? Any questions on these dates? So once again, this is final exam week. So we're not going to do any new lectures during that week, of course. We'll be looking to close out. And then this week, we probably won't even meet during this week at all because that will be the time you guys will be taking your final exams. Now, you can take your final exam early if you're free, if you're able. So if you want to take it early, all you have to do is set it up with the testing center after you've done all your assignments. So you can do that. But the final exam week is this week. And then this week, of course, is Thanksgiving break. So we don't need to have class on the 24th unless you guys just want to. Somebody said in the chat, so are we not going to do anything with 20? No. You guys can take the break and get ready for Thanksgiving and all the good stuff like that. So questions on anything I've said? Make sure we're good on these dates. Is that okay with what I'm saying? Probably need to say the same thing with all my other classes.
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah, man, not a problem.
You answer my question. How old you be?
Say again?
You to answer my question. How old will you be?
22.
You lying.
See, man, that's typical, straight typical. You ask the question, then when I give you the answer, you don't want to believe it. See? But now I'll be 41.
Oh.
Hey, we're almost birthday twins.
Oh, yeah? What's yours?
25th.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
And I'll be 41 also.
All right. That's what's up. Now, Coley, what were you about to say? You said, oh, like.
Y'all still babies.
Say that one more time.
Y'all still babies.
I'll take it. Let's see. So before we close out today, though, anybody have any more any problems you want to see? Anything else? I know Coley said
it ain't my show.
Say that one more time.
It ain't my show. If y'all got something out there that need to be shown on the board, put it on the board because I need to see it too.
I know some may just need to get in there and get into my math lab. We got good participation across the board, but
Because they might see the problem different than I see it.
Mm-hmm.
From them, I can learn a different technique on how to do it.
Right, right. And chapter 7 is a little sketchy for most anyway, as far as the class is concerned. So some just need to get in there. Some people haven't gotten to chapter 7 yet. So this is a good place to not necessarily keep pushing forward. But yeah, make sure you guys take advantage of this time because it will get away from you soon if you're not careful. Unit test 1 review. Okay, yeah. And yeah, that final exam review is up, Mr. Coley. So if you ever just want to go in there, I can reset stuff. It ain't no big deal.
Thank you, Professor Tucker.
Yeah, man. So if you want to go in there, take a look at it, whatever. And then, just shoot me that email like before. And if it won't let you reset or do what you need to do, and I can just do it myself. So
thank you, Professor Tucker.
Yeah, not a problem.
My game plan is get through the sections with you.
Mm-hmm.
Once I get through the sections and I pass them, then practice that final.
Right.
Keep practicing. Because once you go live real time at the testing center, ain't no going back.
You're right about that. All right. So any questions before we close? Everybody good? Always feel free to email me if you want to set up an outside session, an office hour. If you don't want to necessarily ask your questions in front of the class, I understand. I get it. Then make sure you set up a time with me so we can, well, not necessarily set up a time, shoot me an email so we can set up a time for us to meet outside of class hours. All right. So if you guys are good for right now, I am good. Take advantage of the fact that we didn't do anything new today. And I will see you guys on next class.
I appreciate you, Professor Tucker.
Not a problem, man. I appreciate you bringing those questions, sir. I joke about them being a lot, but we need it. It's part of the learning process, and it's essential.
I want to be ready for pre-cal and applied calculus. I don't want to walk in there and get insulted like that dude got insulted you told us about. What you gonna
no,
say?
Sir. You will not say again?
What you going to say to the professor after they say something like that to your face?
Well, you don't say anything. You just go ahead and walk away. realize the error of your ways.
Just hurt your feelings. Then be like, really?
Yeah, that's it. So, and then go home and tighten up on the algebra like he told you.
I learned my lesson.
So, with that being said, you guys have a great one. Be safe, and I will see you on Thursday.
You have a good day, Professor.
You do the same, sir.